Hello friends, welcome to bispsolutions.com. My name is Sumit and in this video I'm going to demonstrate you how to set up MongoDB in Windows 7. So I'm using Microsoft Windows 7 64-bit version and I would like to set up MongoDB on same. So let's begin. Let's have a look how to set up, how to complete the installation and how to make sure that the installation has been completed successfully. So for setting up MongoDB, first of all, we need to download MongoDB setup file. And for that, we will be visiting http www.mongodb.org/downloads. So you can visit this link and download the MongoDB for the operating system. So I have already downloaded in my D drive. Let me show you the MongoDB. I have already downloaded the setup, that is both for 64-bit version, and once it is downloaded I will unzip it, extract it in the folder. So you can see the file has been extracted successfully. Open it. So these are the files we have. Bin folder. Bin folder contains all the files, the Mongo or MongoD, that's the application which is used for installation. So I'll get back and I'll just rename it as Mongo. We can we can start the installation from the same drive, or what I will be doing, I just copy this and paste it on my C drive. I just paste it on my C drive as Mongo. Now the next step is I'll just click on start button and type cmd and run this as administrator. So I start this as administrator. So as soon as we start cmd, it redirect to us to this. So first of all, I just make sure I would be redirecting to C drive and cd mongo, the directory which we have created, Mongo. I write dir. We have folders called bin, so I write cd bin. When I pass a command dir, it gives a list of all the directories, all the files which exist in this, and the file name is MongoD, and that's a setup file, exe file. So I simple pass mongo MongoD, and when I run to begin the installation has been terminated, and the error is, you can see one initial init and listen exception is there, and the exception is C drive data DB not found. So basically there is no directory for setting up a data for which would be pointing to the database. So we need to create the data folder, and then we need to create the DB folder within it. So I can do it from here itself. So I pass a command mkdir data cd data mkdir db and dir. So you can see the file has been created successfully. The folder has been, the DB directory has been created successfully. Now let's get back to cd mongo, cd bin and mongo. Now as soon as I pass this command mongo.exe, it begin the installation and it is connecting to MongoDB, and it throws an error that it is failed to connect to the driver, because we are trying to connecting to the driver. So the command which we need to pass, that is different. We are not going to pass this Mongo, because Mongo is, so we need to pass Mongo is to launch the client program which would be connecting to the server. So I write here the command would be MongoD, MongoD, and the installation will begin. And you can see the file is installing. The installation process is going on, and once the installation is completed successfully, I got a message that waiting for connection on port number 27017. Now before I move to the next step, let me show you the directory we have created, that was the data. So let me refresh it. We have data db, and you see these are the files which created by Mongo itself. So diagnostic data, and these are the files which is default created once within this directory when we begin the installation. Now to test it, I simply launch a new command, another command prompt. I just redirect to the same directory mongo cd bin, and here I write mongo, and as soon as I pass a command mongo, you can see the connection has been established. So this will act like a server and this will act like a client, and the connection has been established, and we have entered into MongoDB enterprise. So it means the Mongo has been started successfully. Now the very first command which I'm going to pass here is that is dbs, and it will list us all the databases. So you can see query thread reference dbs is not a default, is not defined. So dbs is not defined here. The command should be show dbs, and you can see it's showing the two databases. One is for admin, one is for local, and it's none of them they have been occupied any space. I can write db dot stats db dot states. So when we write db dot states, database is test, collection there are no collections, there are no views, no objects are there, and the file size is 0. So that's why the size here is 0. Now I write a command use expert db. So what happened, it will be switched to the expert db, and I write again show dbs, and my requirement is, first of all, let's create one collection into MongoDB. So let's see how to create a connection and how to list the collection. So to create a connection, I write db dot, let's say I give a name as company dot insert. So it will be going to create a new collection, and bracket name as BISP solutions. Enter. You can see I got a message that right result and inserted successfully. And now I would like to, let's say, show dbs. Now as soon as I write show dbs, you can see a new database is added, that is expert db. So previously we have two databases, admin and local, but now a new database is added named as expert db. And if you want to list the collections, I want to list all the collections, so I write show collection, and command is show collections. I missed S here, so show collections, and it says it displays the collection name. The collection name is, and the collection is nothing. Collection is equivalent to the table we have in SQL Server or we have in relational database. So the collection is equivalent. The collection is equivalent to the tables we have. So this is how we can install or set up MongoDB on our Windows operating system, Windows 64-bit operating system, and configure it, and how to create a sample collection or a sample table into it. Now my next command is, I would like to display the collection which the value which we have inserted into the collection, and in order to do that we need to pass a command, and the command is db dot collection name dot find and a bracket after it. So let's pass a command. So I write db dot collection dot find, and I press enter. sorry, it should be company, db dot. So my collection name was company, db dot company dot find. And when I press enter, it lists me that there is one object, ID is this, name is this, and in this collection we have one record. So ID is, object ID is this, and name is this. So basically whenever we insert in a collection, we insert a value. So that's the object ID, and the name of that collection is BISP solution. So that's how we can set up MongoDB on Windows 64-bit operating system and how to run commands into it. And also I have demonstrated you how to create a collection and how to list the collections and the databases. That's all in this video. If you have any queries, you can write to us. You can visit our website www.bisvsolutions for more updates about more information and updates about MongoDB. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel to get continuously update on MongoDB. Keep watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.